Hey everybody, Dallisa here coming to you live from Texas. We are going to get started here in just a moment. It's going to be a very interesting week, so you don't want to miss what the universe and the energy has in store for you. So stay tuned. We're about to get started. Take a big deep breath. Woo! And drop a comment if you are watching live or you're catching the replay. Let me know, where are you tuning in from today? It sounds like, based off of the comments already, that it's raining in Las Vegas, which is where Spirit and Spark, my company, is based out of. I'm in Texas at the moment, and it is raining here. So obviously, there's a lot of rain all around us today. So welcome in, everybody. So quick mention. Last week I did tarot card readings where you could purchase a 3-card spread, and I spent a lot of time and energy doing those last week. They sold out, they oversold. I'll be bringing them back in a couple of weeks. So I will open up those new 33 spots for August. If you want to ask a yes or no question, you want to see what cards come up for you, you want to see my interpretation of what's going on around you, watch for that notification about 2 to 3 weeks. If you're not on our email list, make sure you go to spiritandspark.com and you can fill out the form at the bottom and add yourself to that list. It will be opened up to Spark Plug members first, and so assuming that there are spots left over from that, I'll release that to the public then thereafter. Another quick mention for Spark Plug members, your weekly email digest did come out. I just posted your 45-minute, yes, 45-minute exclusive video about this week. You asked questions about food shortages, about riots, about the financial market, about Britney Spears, and so I made a 45-minute video for all of the Spark Plug members. You can find that over on your portal under Dallisa's predictions. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to spiritandspark.com, click on the Spark Plug, and you can join my members-only community, and you'll get access to that, exclusive videos each week, and all kinds of freebies and perks and all that good stuff, all right? Including Christina. She's got free class passes for Spark Plug members in the portal. It's classes that she's doing. There's 2 of them, one for the body, one for your emotions. It's all about letting go. So if you feel like you're holding on to some stuff in your physical body, and or you feel like the heaviness of the energy, if you're a Spark Plug member, go into your portal. You can attend both, or you can attend one or the other. She's only got a couple of class passes left, so make sure you go into the offers and perks tab in your member portal and claim those free class passes, because those classes are coming up. All right, beautiful. So we got a lot going on. The astrology for this week. We have a full moon on Friday, so I just call it Full Moon Friday. Here's what's interesting about this full moon. It's in the same astrological sign as the full moon we're going to have in August. So we're going to get a lot of big energy for this full moon in July and this full moon in August. For this month, for this Friday, there's going to be themes around friendship and around community. Isn't that nice? Because normally I'm on here talking about how wonky it's going to be, and I'm going to get there in a minute. But for the full moon, it's like, how can you be of help to other people? How can you widen your perspective? How can you see things differently? So Friday, I feel like it's going to be very illuminating. You're gonna see, you're gonna sense more. So keep eyes and ears open for this Friday's full moon. All right. Also, some energy for this week. You could be feeling that you are tapping into some of the weaknesses of yourself or other people this week. So I want you to be very careful about the story and thoughts that you're telling yourself, all right? The themes would be indulgence, greed, laziness, and desires. So the way I like to think about this energy for this week is the 7 deadly sins. And I'm not saying that we have to talk about religion or what that means to you. But around indulgence, greed, laziness, and desires, how are those showing up for you and the people around you this week? So a note that I wrote to mention to you on today's video is, Watch out for people this week that have addictions or have a tendency to spiral out of control, spiral into darkness, spiral into depression. Be very, very mindful of that energy this week and people that is activating within them, okay? This week is going to be a need for balance, community, goodwill, and creative outlets, okay? Oh boy, there's going to be tension with other people. However, they could lead you to big breakthroughs this week. So yes, there's going to be more discord, more conflict. It would not surprise me if in the news this week you hear of more fighting, more people at odds with each other. So I don't even really try to watch the news anymore because it's so depressing. For this week, be a role model for someone. So how can you be bright and helpful when somebody is going through that spiraling or that darkness this week? So I want you to think about that and be aware of that. Who is asking for your positivity and your wisdom? Remember, you got to have boundaries, the importance of boundaries. But I want you to watch for people or someone who enters your life this week or somebody who's around you this week genuinely asking for your help and your assistance. Not the person you keep bailing out that doesn't really appreciate you. But if there is somebody asking, like, hey, I'm going through it right now. What should I do? Do you have any advice for me? Like, I really feel like that energy is going to come into play this week. This week, you have to practice, or my strong suggestion for you would be to practice modesty and restraint, okay? And that energy of modesty and restraint is actually going to be in play until August 16th. So when you're going through this week or going through the month ahead, have a little bit more modest. How can I keep to myself a little bit more? How can I have a little bit more restraint? This would not be, the next 3 weeks ahead where I'd say, drink, get crazy, no repercussions. It would be the opposite. All right. So this would not be the 3 to 4 weeks ahead where I would say, oh, just throw everything out the window. Nothing's going to go wrong. Practice restraint and modesty. Modesty. Think about that word for a bit. Okay. Also for this week, I want you to watch pregnancies, planned or unplanned. So if you do not want to get pregnant, or if you do want to get pregnant, this would be a week to really be mindful of how pregnancies are showing up in your life. Okay. So if you know somebody who wants to get pregnant or is maybe not practicing modesty, share this video with them. Let them know this is not the week to be doing it all. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, again, I wrote down individuals conflicting with others, or like other people or groups of people. I do feel like there's going to be a very combustible energy this week with people just like losing it, like popping their cork. Spark Plug members, I told you I made a whole 45-minute video about it, so make sure you watch that because there's a lot of really good information about that this week. And also, there'll be things bubbling up under the surface. So things that you have been maybe not looking at, thinking about, pushing down, this week it'll start to come up to the surface. So I told you this week's going to be a little bit out there. So yeah, go check out the Spark Plug exclusive video for information about the food shortages, about riots, about Britney Spears. I even mentioned Justin Bieber in there. So yeah, and my energetic thoughts of what could potentially happen. I was sitting on a psychic phone call this morning with a group of us, and there were some things that were said that I thought were interesting. So I brought that up in the member call. I'm going to pull a card of destiny for this week, and we're going to see what theme comes up. But in the comments, let me know how you feeling about that. How you feeling about people kind of losing their tops, people like blowing the cork, feeling like the tension is building more and more. I don't know about you, but every week that I come on, because I come on once a week and I just give you the overview of the week ahead and the energy that's coming up, it feels like it keeps building, right? Because each week I come on and it doesn't always sound like rainbows and butterflies. I try to incorporate in a couple of positive aspects so you know how to use that. for the week, but it does feel like things are starting to really reach an escalation point. And unfortunately, there's just a lot I can't say on YouTube, which is why I have my Spark Plug exclusive video. And that's where I just say everything, because we just can't talk about a lot of it on here anymore, which is unfortunate. But that's just the day and age that we're in right now. But I do feel like it's escalating. I feel a lot of energy around conflict, around taking back what's mine, taking back what's owed to me, and not really caring what other people think. And that's not I feel like, oh, I love going on here and giving back. But there are a lot of people who aren't watching videos like this, that aren't aware of the energy that we have going on right now. And they're going to feel like, you know what? I don't trust you anymore. I don't believe anything you're saying. I feel like the world is falling apart. Nobody's listening to me. Like, they're going to have all of this anger and rage building up inside. But that's why I feel like we're going to start to feel a lot more of the discord, the fighting, the conflict. You got to be careful. And like what I've said in so many of these videos, you have to trust your intuition. If you feel like, man, I really shouldn't go to that party I signed up to go to. Oh, maybe that concert isn't the best, use of my time and energy right now. You really got to pay attention to that, because I do feel like there's going to be more and more people who are going to be shooting other people and activating violence. And I'm not suggesting that. Of course, I do not want that to happen. Please, that's why I try to talk you off the ledge each week, to bring you back down to the energy that's playing out, so that you can be more mindful, you can be more cautious, because I don't want anything bad happening. But it's just the reality of the tipping point that we're at. It feels like the breakdown for the breakthrough, okay? As the card pops out. So let's see what our card says for this week. And let me know if you agree with this. It looks like KTL is saying the bubbling started yesterday. Yeah. Yep. And Shannon's saying, I feel like grounding is critical before I go out in the world every day. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's heavy. It's heavy. All right. We got the Jack of Diamonds. I have no idea what this card says, so let me go ahead and share it with you. Oh, it's actually really beautiful, because it goes along with the energy. I think I mentioned it in the Spark Plug video, but there's a date for this week about manifesting and starting new things. So make sure you pay attention to that. Jack of Diamonds. Thinking about starting your own business? If you have drawn this card, he's here to bless you with his entrepreneurial spirit and give you the go-ahead. Let your clever self lead the way forward. Think outside the box with your ideas and dare to be original. Because the more original you are, the greater success you'll have in your endeavors. Creative financial undertakings are highly favored, especially if they are inspired by fresh, innovative ideas. Foreign interests are favored as well. Build new foundations from passion and excitement that comes from your dreaming. Whatever that case may be, if you want your freedom, this is a great direction for you to take. Ingenuity, carried on integrity, can bring great success and great fortune. Ingenuity, so using your imagination, your creativity, carried on through integrity, doing the right thing, being respectful, can bring great success and good fortune. So if you're thinking about activating a new business, a new project this week, it is highly, highly, highly favored. You should absolutely think about doing that. It's interesting because I did see that energy, and I think I may have mentioned it in the Spark Plug video this morning, about people going back to work but not actually feeling fulfillment from that anymore. So I think even the people that have jobs, that are in stable jobs, I think they're going to end up quitting. So it's going to be a very, very interesting week ahead, and I think people are getting restless. So watch that. So if you are a business owner, don't be surprised if some of the people who've been with you, or maybe they're coming back to work, or they're coming back to the office, it feels like they're going to feel as if maybe it's not where they belong anymore. Or maybe they'll come to you and say, I want more responsibility. I want a different role. I just feel like there's going to be some shifting around this. So if you're feeling like you want something new and different, maybe you are thinking about starting your own business or your own project or your own charity, whatever it is, it'll be a great week for that information and those downloads to come in. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, it's stay safe out there, please. Dawn, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. That's really nice of you. It's really nice. So that's what I have for this week. So Spark Plug members, go check out your exclusive video. If you're not a member yet, please join. It would be wonderful to have you in our community, especially with more and more people departing from mainstream social media. We have our own community built over there so we can still engage and interact with each other. So I invite you over to that. Go to spiritandspark.com, click on the Spark Plug. If you would like a reading or you want a live coaching session, please go over to spiritandspark.com, click on book a session. You can have our free member, our free practitioner directory. You can see all of our practitioners and all the sessions that we offer. And you can request a session with a practitioner that you feel called to, aligned with, or send me an email, send me a text message. All that information's in the free practitioner directory. And you can say, here's what's going on in my life. Who should I have a session with? And I'll tune into the energy and I'll let you know my recommendation. So we're here to help you. You don't have to do this by yourself. We're here to help. And yeah, we're going to push through this together. It's why I jump on once a week and do these videos. And why I have the Spark Plug member portal, because I don't want you to ever feel like you're doing this alone. You're not alone. We're in this together. It's going to get bumpier before it gets better. So if you have friends, family members, coworkers who are into this kind of thing, if you feel called to do so, please share the Spirit and Spark TV YouTube channel with a few people this week. It's going to get crazy. And I'm trying to prepare you the best way I know how. Spark Plug members, please keep your questions coming in through your member portal so we can take a look at those week after week. We're going to have courage. We're going to have to be brave, and we're just going to have to keep pushing through. So I send love to everybody, and yeah, we'll get through this. Keep pushing. You have what it takes to make it through. And remember, you signed up to be here, right now on this earth. So why are you here? Why are you here? Get curious. Get curious. All right, beautiful. Also, Spark Plug members, in your 45-minute video for this week, you have your pick a card and you have the tarot cards of what came forward this week. So make sure you watch that video over in your member portal. All right, everybody, we'll see you later. Bye for now.